I have learned over the years that many times when I would approach our Father, I would approach Him wanting to ask two questions. When and why? When is this going to happen? Why is this happening? And those questions rarely are answered. When and why? Two much better questions begin with what and what. Instead of when is something going to happen? Why is this happening? Daddy, what does this mean? And what must I do? Much better questions. Thank you, Graham Cook. So instead of being in angst and in desperation, when? Why? Stop this. Be alone. Turn your childlike heart of faith toward our Father. And things that you don't and can't understand, pull on His understanding through His wisdom. What does this mean, Daddy? All this stuff. What does this mean? And what must I do? Those questions get answered. When a fire alarm or a smoke alarm goes off, what is it telling you to do? Get out! Get out! Run for your life! There's a fire alarm about to go off, or I guess is going off. But it's not man's type fire alarm saying, get out! It's a fire alarm from our Father. And His fire alarm is telling us, His called out ones, instead of get out, His fire alarm is saying, get in. Come. Come sit with me. Get in my dwelling place on the mountain. Come. Come to my mountain. And come through the door of my tent. And come sit with me in the secret place, the hidden place, the camouflaged place. He's not hidden from us. He's hidden for us. He's seeking those that are seeking His heart, to know His ways, to understand His precepts, to daily, alone, set time to respond to His fire alarm. Come up. We like to have Daddy or the Spirit of our Father, come here, come touch us, come stir us, come be with us. And yet his fire alarm going out into the earth now is saying, come up, come in, come sit with me. And when we respond to that fire alarm, we get to enter into rest and peace. And especially if we do this at the beginning of the day, it's still dark outside, but entering into his rest, being seated with him on the mountain, his mountain, entering into the door of his tent, Yeshua, the Son he sent to be our example. We are seated with him in Big Daddy's house. Fire alarm! Come in. Come up. Be at rest. Be covered in shalom. And be filled with joy that can only come. This oil of joy can only come from the source of the oil. And if you'll pay the price to come up, you'll be filled with joy, which is much better than anything you can think of. Fire alarm! Come up. Sit with him. And be well. This is just another little tidbit of the well message of his kingdom. The message that makes all things in you and around you well.